Hi folks, JD here, and today we are looking at this. This is the WLToys V911 Indoor-Outdoor Quadcopter, Indoor-Outdoor Helicopter. So this is everything that you get. You get the transmitter, you get a little accessory pack with two spare blades, or one spare blade rather, half of each, and you get a spare rudder at the back as well. You get a battery charging dock, quite nice, and two batteries. Each battery has 5 minutes of battery life, and each battery is a 3.7 volt 130 milliamp hour battery. Really small there. So let's move all this to one side and let's have a little look at this helicopter. So this is what we've got. This helicopter is, well, 95% plastic. In fact, out of all the other metal ones we've looked at recently, this indoor-outdoor helicopter is mostly plastic. Now, if we look down from the back to the front of the helicopter, you'll see we have a motor controlling the rudder at the back. Working our way down through the helicopter, we also have a single motor in the back of this helicopter here. You can just see a metal cylinder just here. That is the internal motor there. That then controls the prop, which then moves these propellers here. Now these propellers are moved by this main gear down the bottom here, and then on top of this propeller we have a standard helicopter balance bar, just to ensure that we get stable flight there and that the propellers are nice and flat and nice and stable. Now the front of the helicopter, inside this nose cone, that's where the receiver is. This particular helicopter is running on the 2.4 gigahertz band. It is not infrared. You do therefore get a proper control distance of 80 meters. You also get a flight height of up to 50 meters. Now obviously this particular helicopter is extremely light. Now this helicopter is extremely light. Without a battery it's coming in at 29 grams. With the battery included it's coming in at 34. So you don't really want to be taking that up as far as 50 meters. Not at that particular weight, because otherwise you're going to find out it is going to fly away. That being said, it is light enough for you to fly indoors and probably into a little breeze of about 1 or 2 miles an hour, I would have thought. Now, if we look at the underneath of this helicopter, you'll see we have two landing sprigs. They are purely plastic. Look at that. That's not good, is it? There's what I would have liked to have seen. A nice little bit of aluminium here on the skid is what I would have liked to have seen. That wouldn't have increased the weight too much and would have given it a little bit more stability. That being said, if you are landing it indoors, then this is going to be absolutely fine. I don't recommend you land this in grass, because as you can see, this is where the landing sprig is and this is where the main gear is here, and that is anyone will tell you the grass may get in there and then totally gum up the works, so you're not going to be able to use this properly. So to put the battery in, as you'll notice, this is where the battery goes underneath. There's a little notch on the port there, and all you've got to do is line them up and then plug it in. As soon as you plug it in, you'll see the internal LED flashing. That lets you know that it's trying to calibrate the compass. It's trying to calibrate the gyro rather. So what I would do is I would unplug the battery, and when you, there we are, unplug the battery, and then when you've got it on a flat surface like this, then plug in the battery so that the gyro can calibrate with the helicopter being on a flat surface, so it knows that that is flat. If you try and do it upside down and flip it, the gyro is going to be all over the place and you're not going to have a stable flight. Each battery is rated to last 5 to 6 minutes, and that's after a 50-minute charge. So that's what the helicopter looks like. It looks really quite nice, doesn't it? I think it looks really nice. So there we go, that is the helicopter. Let's move on to the transmitter. So let's put you to one side. The transmitter is a standard little transmitter here. Now as you can see, it looks a little bit odd on the left analog stick because it's snapped. It's snapped in transit, unfortunately. It still means I can control it, but it is just a little nub in there. There's not a proper stick like you get on the right side. Now this controller does seem to be made for this particular helicopter. It doesn't seem to be a stock WLToys transmitter, just because we have the V911 here and we have a little telemetry screen. If we turn on the telemetry screen, after that horrible beeping, then you'll notice as you increase throttle, your rotor blades will start to spin a lot quicker as you start to move the throttle itself, until you get to 100%, where the blades will spin at full chat. That's quite nice. Also shows you that you're running 4 channels and that you have enough battery in there as well. We have our standard roll, yaw and pitch trim just going out around the outside here as well, should you want to use that, should you need to use that rather. On and off button in the middle, status LED at the top, and as you heard, those really annoying beeps. It does auto bind once the helicopter is on, after a couple of seconds though. So there we go, that's the transmitter. Now, there is a nice little thing about the back end of this transmitter. If you open this port, you can charge this helicopter off this transmitter. Now, you have a nice little cable in the back here that just pulls out. There we go. And then you can plug that directly into the helicopter and the helicopter will charge. Or, as I showed you earlier, you get a nice little battery dock. This is how I'm going to be charging mine. Stick the 2 batteries in there, plug it in via USB, and after 50 minutes they will both be charged. Now, if you do want to use the internal charger of this particular transmitter, then what you are going to have to ensure is that you do have enough batteries inside this transmitter. Now, as I'm getting ready to fly this today, I've already put 6 AA batteries inside there. But obviously, if you do want to charge this, then it may take a little bit longer off the charger and you may need more than the 6 batteries. So this transmitter doesn't allow any sort of USB charging for itself, so you are going to have to use shop-bought batteries in there should you want to use this transmitter. All in all, seems quite nice, seems nice in hand. It's made of really sturdy plastic and reminds me of some of the older SEMA quadcopter transmitters. So there we go, there's the transmitter as well. Let's put that to one side. Then we already looked at the batteries, we already looked at the charger, and we already looked at the little accessory bag you get there. Now, this particular manual has a lot of information in it. Now, there's English to the back, Chinese to the back, English to the front, Chinese to the back. Shows you everything that comes in the box. Shows you a nice little schematic of the helicopter and each of the parts. Goes into a little bit more in depth as to what part of the helicopter does. Shows you all the parts of the internals of the helicopter and to what parts do what as well. So it may be worth you having a little read of this if you're like me and just want to find out exactly how everything works. So that's quite nice as well. So let's just put all this out nice and tidy. So there we are, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.